Hi, my name is Bo Cisco, founder and lead instructor of the Behavioral Analysis Training Group. Welcome to the briefing room. Today, we're going to discuss a traffic stop out of the state of Colorado, where an officer conducting the traffic stop left his car parked on some train tracks. Later on in the traffic stop, they arrest a woman, put her in the patrol car, still on the train tracks. A couple minutes later, the vehicle is struck by a train. Now, the person survived, but it leads to a lot of questions. I'm pretty sure that I could take every officer in the country and put them in a room and say, is it okay to put your car on train tracks that you know are active during a traffic stop? And everyone's going to say no. I can further that by saying, do we leave an arrestee inside the train, inside the vehicle? The answer is going to be no. So we're going to treat this as an absolute that it's not a good place to put your car. But that begs the question, why did this happen? Because that's the real part of this. So we're going to watch a video, and then we're going to discuss a little bit about why this may have happened. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Dispatch left in 3461 at gunpoint.
Driver, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
Keep your hands up. Keep coming back. Keep coming back to the sound of my voice. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Stop right there.
Why? What? Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, hurt me?
No, ma'am, but can I please get my cell phone?
We'll get your cell phone in a second. Is there any weapons in the car?
Ready?
No, ma'am, there's nothing on
There's
there.
no weapons in the car? Okay.
Everybody out in the car, come on.
What's going on? Ma'am, what's going on?
I'll tell you in a second. Take a seat.
I'm so confused. Can I get
Take a
my
seat.
cell phone?
I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat.
I see a car seat. Clear. Okay, let's get the bed. Yeah, you drop it. I'll hold it. I'll come across. Clear.
Time check. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Move your car! Stay back!
It's a 346. Patrol car was just hit by a train. Dispatch up to 346. Did us medical emergent. The suspect was in the vehicle that was hit by the train.
Welcome back. So now we're going to discuss why this happened. So let's think about what we just saw. We have an officer that's already engaged in a traffic stop, and their car's parked on some train tracks. A little further ahead of it is another vehicle. The backup officer is seen coming up with their gun out, telling the officer they're going to go to the passenger side, and they engage in a felony car stop. That's where they put the person at gunpoint and call them back to them in a safe, controlled manner. Now, we all know the reason we do this is because we believe in that vehicle there's something more dangerous. This is not your run-of-the-mill traffic stop. So now I want you to get into the perception is reality mindset. Let's take everything we know about traffic stops and not judge it on this traffic stop. Let's talk about how the officer acted and why. Now, we've probably all heard of officers getting tunnel vision before, and we hear that a lot in officer-involved shootings or extreme stress events where someone got auditory exclusion, got tunnel vision, and some other buzzwords that always seem to be attached to some of those high-stress environments. Well, you don't need a super high-stress environment to get tunnel vision, to make poor decisions because of high stress. Now, we all know high-stress situations breed poor decisions, because of things that go on inside the brain, which we will discuss in other videos, make it very hard to make good decisions. Let's talk about the fight or flight method. Fight or flight, we all know what that is. It's when your body senses danger, it gets ready to either fight or flee, depending on what is the best option at the time. When you are pulling someone over that you believe is a danger to you, and given the scenario that we just saw, the officer had a belief. We don't know what it is, but we know it was there. They conduct that traffic stop under tunnel vision. We all know it's not right to put your vehicle on a track, but yet he did. Did he have tunnel vision? Did he not notice the train track there because he was so focused on the vehicle? Did the officer coming up not sense it either and immediately take a position with their gun out on the traffic stop? So now we get to the person secure inside the vehicle, and they're doing a vehicle search. And we heard the person didn't stop right away. Did they throw something out of the vehicle? I found a holster. Now, I don't know all the specifics on what this happened, but now I'm getting a picture together by what the officer said. This person didn't stop for them. Stress went up a little bit higher. The person engaged in a felony car stop. Stress went up a little bit higher. Whatever the feelings they were about this person, whether it is they just didn't stop or whether there was something else that we don't know about this video yet, could be either one. But the officer was stressed out. The stress was building higher. They still functioned, but they functioned under tunnel vision. And clearly they didn't hear the train horn coming either. So do we have tunnel vision and auditory exclusion? There's a possibility. Now, I'm not going to what if the elements of the traffic stop, but it is an example of when you are in a heightened sense of awareness, or you're afraid, or you're going up against someone that you know might be a big problem, such as in this traffic stop. Understand that your brain senses this, and your brain is going to make your body better to handle this situation. If you sense something is a threat, there is a chance that tunnel vision is going to focus in on that threat, because what matters anywhere else in the world other than that threat? Your brain wants you to focus on just that and nothing else. That's a great attribute to have in most situations. In law enforcement, not so much. In this situation, clearly it was a problem. So I want you to use this example, this tragic example of when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling threatened, when you are going into a situation that has a lot of uncertainty, and there could be a danger to your well-being or that of others, or even the fact of you just not wanting to look bad. That can create stress as well. Understand what your brain is going to do. It senses danger. It senses a threat. It's going to act accordingly. You're going to slip into the fight or flight a little bit. You're going to oxygenate your system, ready for that fight or that flee. You're going to get a little tunnel vision. You're going to experience auditory exclusion, because we've heard all these things in the high stress events. Well, it doesn't always have to be the high stress event. It's the prep getting up to these high stress events. And I'm going to give you an example that happened to me early on in my career. I was on a narcotics task force, and we were doing a vehicle takedown. We had 4 or 5 vehicles. We're going to take down one vehicle because there was a bad guy inside. My first takedown was brand new on the team. I was nervous. One, I had never done a vehicle takedown before, but there was also a little, I didn't want to mess it up feeling either. So what happened? I get in the perfect position. I'm in line. The go signal is given. We all go to our predetermined locations to get out of the vehicle and engage in that person. And I locked myself in the car. I couldn't figure out the unlock and lock button, and I was the last person to get out of their vehicle. How many times have I unlocked a vehicle? Yet, under the stress, under the tunnel vision, under the uncertainty, I did not know my car was locked. And then when I tried to unlock it, I had trouble getting it unlocked for almost 5 seconds. Now, it sounds pretty funny. You can laugh. You can say, okay, that's a good one. But it happened. And it didn't happen because I don't know how. It happened because I was under stress. And my brain was so focused on that vehicle, so focused on that possible threat, so focused wherever my mind was at the time, that the part of me that knows how to lock and unlock cars didn't work. So I want you to look at traffic stops like this and just understand the fact is it can happen to anybody. That when you're stressed out, your brain is going to stop looking at the small details because it has something that it needs to focus on. And that's when you need to take a breath, calm yourself down, and train your brain to keep looking at those details. Because in this case, the detail was where you parked and whether it was on a train track or not. I'm not going to say it could happen to anybody, but similar things have happened to officers all over the country where we've made small mistakes, because of stress. We've made decisions because of stress that weren't exactly the best ones. So I just want you to think about the perception as reality when either you or someone you work with is dealing in a stressful situation. Focus on keeping yourself calm and do the right job. Thank you for watching this briefing room. Stay ready, and I'll see you soon.